We're listening to the Cowboys, music of John Williams, that you can hear live with Orchestra sul Ponticello this Saturday evening at 7 at Southside Baptist Church on 9th Street in Decatur. Conductor Viljar Weiman is here as well. Welcome to WLRH.
Good morning. So good to be here.
So tell me about the orchestra in general, how it came about and where the name comes from.
Well, I've lived in Decatur now going 15 years, and I've been busy working in Huntsville and in Shoals at UNA. But in my hometown, I started noticing that there's not a whole lot of classical music happening. So it's been on my mind for several years that we need to do something, change it, start something. Never had the time, and finally had the time. So I wanted to call it the old boring ways of chamber orchestra of Decatur or something. And somebody said, no, you got to come up with some more exotic name that people catch it. And I talked with my wife. You always got to talk over with your wife. They're so smart. They come up with all these good ideas. And she said, why don't we call the Orchestra sul Ponticello? My first reaction was, no, what's Ponticello? First of all, nobody knows how to say it. What is it?
I can say it.
Yes, well, you know about music, yes. But the more I spoke it and thought about it, I started feeling really good. And we said, yes, sul Ponticello it is.
Because you have to cross the big bridge to get to Decatur.
It is a musical term for string instruments playing very near the bridge with the bow, and it has this specific sound, overtones that kicks in, and so orchestra near the bridge, because we live there and work there, and offices are there, concerts are there, and so it works perfectly.
And you may recognize Viljar's name. He's also the principal second violinist with the Huntsville Symphony Orchestra.
Yes, exactly. I've been there, fortunate.
So you know your strings.
I know my strings. They're E, A, D, G.
So what made you decide to bring these guys, the Iron Horse Bluegrass Band?
Well, we have known each other for about 5 years or so. When I was the music director of Shoals Symphony, we actually did the concert there with the Shoals Symphony, almost the same concert with some extra additions, a similar idea. I was put in touch with them since they live in Shoals, and it worked out so well. First, I was a little hesitant. I said, bluegrass band, and but then I was thinking they're using a lot of string instruments and acoustic instruments, and so we are acoustic organization with orchestra. It should work, and it works beautifully, the sound
and you got to play with Bela Fleck when he was here.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes.
The banjo concerto, Huntsville Symphony Orchestra did the banjo concerto. Bela Fleck was here in Huntsville.
Here.
Yes. And
one of the world's longest banjo concertos I've ever heard, but so brilliant and
it was
so
gorgeous.
Fast.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh man!
So there's really no boundaries. We like to think of in terms of genre, like you're bluegrass guys and you're a classical guy, but those walls aren't there.
No, you just have to know how to break them and put them together, and it's gonna be beautiful music.
So we heard a little bit of the Cowboys Overture. What else will your orchestra be playing?
Well, we will play also the William Tell Overture.
We all know that.
Yes. Everybody knows it, and it's a purely classical piece. Now, to say that, it's the last opera he ever wrote, Rossini. His 39th opera, and he was in his 30s, 32 or something, and decided he had written all of his operas. He will not write any more operas. And he lived over 42 more years, and he did not write a single opera after that.
He wrote other pieces. He called them The Sins of My Old Age.
Yes,
he just threw parties and wrote this wacky music for his friends.
Yes, but so this is the last piece, and it's everybody knows it because of the finale, where
it's the Lone Ranger music.
Yeah, the Lone Rangers music. But the actual name was the March of the Swiss Soldiers in opera, because the story goes, so they call it the March of the Swiss Soldiers. But it is a wonderful piece. The beginning of that is, I think, the most gorgeous cello ensemble music.
It's beautiful.
For 5 cellos and a couple of basses playing this slow pastoral scene with lovely melodies. It's overall about the nature in the beginning part until the march. Exactly. The pastoral scene goes into a storm, comes and then comes down, and then the birds come out, and then it's off to the races. After the races, exactly.
So tell me about the other musicians in Orchestra sul Ponticello. Do you have trouble finding folks in Decatur to play?
Well, we are using all the well-rehearsed and professional musicians from Decatur. Also, we bring in few from Madison area, few friends from Huntsville coming to supplement the seats where we need. One or two players from Athens and Priceville, and so we gather people from different areas. And we have gotten together for this concert 50 musicians, 50 orchestra members. And so it's actually not so hard to find players who are good and who want to play in orchestras. It's a little bit harder with strings because it's just more labor, I guess, to get to that level that it needs. But yes, we've had a good group.
And you did make the executive decision to play indoors.
Indoors. I've really been wanting to do it outside because the concert really is put together for an outside situation, and it works so well. I was visioning people with blankets and food and their drinks and kids running and having fun, and of course we can't forget the cars driving by. And, but we cannot take the chance.
Well, do you have a preference, y'all? Would you rather play outside for picnickers or an indoor setting where people are sitting down paying attention to you, or do you have a preference?
We like to play inside most of the time, for the simple reason that it's a little more controlled environment with acoustic instruments. But in this particular setting, we were really excited to do it because of the amphitheater itself. A lot of times you get sort of stuck out onto a stage with just a flat field in front of you.
Yeah.
You're 4 feet above the audience, and and they just the sound is just goes away. But in an amphitheater setting, that's a little different.
And that's new. It's newish to downtown Decatur, isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet, but yeah.
Very nice. Viljar made a good choice to do it there for an outside event.
And the amphitheater official opening is actually next weekend.
Okay.
We were just kind of warming up for them but they have to cut the ribbon without us.
Oh, well, next time.
Next time.
But it is a great idea. And then again, people who are shopping along Bank Street in Decatur or just traveling through downtown Decatur would see, oh, cool, there's this great orchestra here. And what a great way to bring that to the community. So it's going to be at the Southside Baptist Church on 9th Street. Where is that in relation to Bank Street?
Well, it's very easy to get. Bank Street is kind of off the church street. But when you go down the 6th Avenue, which is the main street, when you're over the bridge, you just keep going until you get to 9th Street. And you turn left at the church is right there.
You can't miss it, 9th Street. I mean, Southside Baptist. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where that is. My dad lives on Jackson Street. So
it's a little bit after that.
Okay. It's Southside Baptist Church with Orchestra sul Ponticello. I imagine you have a website.
We have a website, Orchestra sul Ponticello.
But you have to spell it. But if you don't want to spell it, you can go by the WLRH Facebook page. I'll post this interview and more information there. So
thank you.
Happy to do that. Now we've got all these guys with all these instruments. I think we should let them play. It would just be tacky not to let you all play.
Well, we'll do one for you. We'll do one. Beethoven actually helped us write this.
Okay. He was a multi-instrumentalist too.
Yeah. Well, we'll say he sort of inspired this. We just didn't get it, so we ended up with what we're going to do for you. But honestly, this is one of the songs off of a self-produced and self-written project we did called Horse and Pen. It has a picture of a horse sitting in a rocking chair smoking a pipe. Writing on a notepad. So we've had a big time with this, and this one's called Just a Dream.
Maybe I should head out west sometime. Take a trip and try to clear my mind. A little more air and a little less wine. Maybe I can get myself in line. Rubber wheels on an old highway, rolling off to find a better way. Greener pastures, heard someone say. Just a dream away. dark and gloomy, well, it's been that way every morning till the end of day. I've been trapped, can't find my way. I'm so searching my mind today. Rubber wheels on an old highway, rolling off to find a better way. Greener pastures, heard someone say. Just a dream away. Rubber wheels on an old highway, rolling off to find a better way. Greener pastures, heard someone say. We're just a dream away. Just a dream away. Just a dream away.
Iron Horse Bluegrass Band. I imagine y'all have a website too.
We do.
IronHorseBluegrass.com.
And you can find out about upcoming gigs. And do you have any CDs?
We have 18.
Well, then why don't I have any?
We'll send you a box.
I'd love to have it. We love supporting local musicians and local artists here in the Tennessee Valley. Iron Horse Bluegrass Band joining Orchestra sul Ponticello indoors at Southside Baptist Church on 9th Street, 7 p.m. tomorrow night in beautiful downtown Decatur. Viljar Weiman, anything you want to add? You have to swing a mic on over there where you have 3 mics now. So.
Well, I want to extend you my personal invitation to come out. We are a new orchestra in town, and we would love to see you out there, our friends, supporters, to become our supporter, and just we are hoping to continue next year. I'll, in the fall, end of September, have a kind of a lighter concert again with Disney movie music favorites.
What fun.
And then I will do a post-Christmas concert.
Okay.
I was thinking everybody is so busy before Christmas. You can't do a Christmas concert, but there's so much wonderful music, especially I want to do heavier on strings-based music, and I don't want to overwhelm people before Christmas, but I want to use the opportunity where they are exhausted of shopping and they have returned their gifts back to stores, and now they're ready to sit down on December 27th, 28th, and come to hear some more beautiful Christmas music.
Sounds perfect. Well, thank you so much, Viljar Weiman, for coming by. And it's so nice to meet y'all, the Iron Horse Bluegrass Band. And come back anytime. Yeah, we know you all can fit in our studios here. Yeah. So we're going to listen now. You can listen to this beautiful recording of the William Tell Overture. We kind of forget. We think of the Lone Ranger, but it does have that beautiful opening with the cello. This is the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Yoel Levy. Thanks, y'all.